Yeah, so my message to all my Muslim sisters, wherever you are in the world, is, dear sisters, first of all, I advise every one of you to take out your Quran and read the verses that Allah Ta'ala has given us in Surah Al-Ankabut about how all of us will be tested. Don't take your faith for granted. Realize that we will be tested, and realize that this is something that happened to those who came before us. Think about the Sahabiyat, think about the female companions, the suffering that they went through in the time of Mecca when they were persecuted for their faith. Allah says in the Quran, in Surah Al-Ankabut, أَحَسِبَ النَّاسُ أَن يُتْرَكُوا أَن يَقُولُوا آمَنَّا وَهُمْ لَا يُفْتَنُونَ. Do people think that they'll be left to say, آمَنَّا, that we believe, وَهُمْ لَا يُفْتَنُونَ, that won't be tested to see the sincerity of their faith? وَلَقَدْ فَتَنَّا الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ فَلَيَعْلَمَنَّ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ صَدَقُوا وَلَيَعْلَمَنَّ الْكَاذِبِينَ. Those who came before you were also tested, and through that Allah sees who are the sincere and who are the ones that they don't stand firm in their faith. And also, sisters, if you go to Surah Al-Anfal, verse 45, Allah tells us how to deal with these situations when you're having hostility being projected against you. He says, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا إِذَا لَقِيتُمْ فِئَةً فَاثْبُتُوا وَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ. When you're faced with people being hostile against you, he says, فَاثْبُتُوا, stand firm against that hostility. وَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ. Remember Allah as much as you can in order to be successful. You need to be stuck to the Quran, dear sisters. You need to be stuck to your adhkar and your du'as of the morning and the evenings. And then in the next verses he tells us, verse 46, he tells us, وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ وَلَا تَنَازَعُوا. And obey Allah and His Messenger. وَلَا تَنَازَعُوا فَتَفْشَلُوا. Be stuck to your sisters, be stuck to your community. If you don't do that and you disunite, فَتَفْشَلُوا وَتَذْهَبَ رِيحُكُمْ. You will lose your strength and you'll become weak. And then Allah finishes these verses by saying, وَاصْبِرُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ مَعَ الصَّابِرِينَ. That when you are patient for the sake of Allah, you remain steadfast upon the straight path, you stand firm in the face of all of these pressures upon you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be with you. He'll find ways for you to get through and to find ways, inshallah, to open His doors of rizq and provision for you, even if you fear that for your families, inshallah. May Allah make it easy for all of us. Always ask Allah in your dua, Ya muqallib al-qulub, thabbit qalbi ala dinik. O Allah, turner of the hearts, make my heart firm upon your religion. We need to constantly ask Allah to help us to remain steadfast, dear sisters. Nobody guarantees that we will die upon Islam, but we have to constantly ask Allah to give us husn al-khatima, to give us the good ending, that we meet with Allah with La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. May Allah keep us all steadfast and firm upon His path until we meet with Him, inshallah. وأقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم وسبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.